Hagoromo's Susanoo. Hagoromo Otsutsuki, the Sage of Six Paths, is remembered as the ancestor of ninjutsu and the architect of the shinobi world. His power was legendary, so it's no surprise that his Susanoo stands apart from all others. Unlike the Uchiha versions bound by human limits, Hagoromo's Susanoo radiates a divine presence, towering to a size comparable to the Ten Tails itself. Its scale alone places it in a league of myth, embodying the overwhelming chakra of its creator. Visually, Hagoromo's Susanoo carries an otherworldly pale blue glow, a shade that makes it feel less like a human technique and more like a celestial guardian. Its features are modeled after a Tengu sharp nose, long face, and curved horns sprouting from the chin, echoing Hagoromo's own appearance. The Tengu connection isn't random. In Japanese folklore, these beings symbolize wisdom, strength, and guardianship, perfectly reflecting Hagoromo's dual role as protector and teacher. The weapon of this colossal entity is a massive chakra-forged sword, glowing with raw energy and wide enough to cut down mountains. Though unnamed, its sheer destructive aura rivals myth itself. This design parallels the Japanese storm god Susanoo no Mikoto, who used the legendary Totsuka blade to slay Yamata no Orochi. Likewise, Hagoromo fought and sealed the Ten Tails, an equally apocalyptic threat that demanded divine power to subdue. What makes this Susanoo most remarkable is its unmatched magnitude. Even Madara's colossal form pales in comparison. Hagoromo's version is the only one capable of directly matching the Ten Tails, making it the pinnacle of Susanoo manifestations. Beyond raw might, it symbolizes creation itself. Just as the god Izanagi fathered Susanoo in myth, Hagoromo birthed the shinobi world, laying its foundations through chakra and ninjutsu. Though non-canon, appearing only in filler and games, Hagoromo's Susanoo remains unforgettable, a visual embodiment of divinity, origin, and ultimate power. Indra's Susanoo. Indra Otsutsuki, the prodigal son of Hagoromo, was the first to manifest Susanoo in recorded history, establishing the foundation of what would become the Uchiha clan's most iconic power. His Susanoo was a towering figure cloaked in a deep, ominous purple aura, a color symbolizing wrath and divine punishment in Japanese tradition. This choice of color reflects Indra's inner turmoil, a brilliant yet conflicted genius consumed by his pursuit of strength. The Susanoo's design carries Tengu-inspired features, an elongated nose, fierce eyes, and a warrior's expression that embodies wisdom mixed with aggression. Its samurai-style armor gives it a battle-hardened edge, crafted for war rather than spectacle. Notably, Indra's Susanoo strongly resembles Sasuke's later manifestation, hinting at the recurring cycle of Indra's reincarnations across history. For weaponry, Indra wielded a massive chakra sword. Unlike ornate or mystical weapons seen later, his blade was raw and devastatingly simple, pure destruction shaped from his chakra. This mirrors the legendary Kusanagi blade of Susanoo no Mikoto, the storm god of Japanese mythology. However, while the god's sword was offered as a gift of peace, Indra's sword symbolized conflict, representing the dual nature of power as both a protector and destroyer. More than size or power, Indra's Susanoo holds historical weight. It was larger and stronger than most that followed, proof of the divine chakra he inherited from Hagoromo. But its true legacy was symbolic. It marked the beginning of the Uchiha's curse, a power fueled by emotions, ambition, and an endless cycle of hatred. Indra's Susanoo was not the most refined form, but it was the first, the archetype that shaped generations. Ultimately, Indra's Susanoo reflected his soul, brilliant, destructive, and unyielding. It was the weapon of a fallen god, feared and revered, a reminder that power can create as much as it destroys. Sasuke's Susanoo, Sasuke Uchiha, the last heir of the Uchiha clan and the reincarnation of Indra, pushed Susanoo further than any of his predecessors. His Susanoo is not just a technique, it's a mirror of his anger, ambition, and eventual redemption, evolving alongside his own turbulent journey. It begins in skeletal form, a dark purple cage of ribs, enclosing him like a spirit of vengeance. As it grows, horns sprout from its head, evoking the image of a demon and symbolizing Sasuke's relentless pursuit of power. The color deepens to nearly black, one of the darkest Susanoo ever seen, reflecting the fury and hatred that fueled its growth. In Naruto lore, the darker the Susanoo, the heavier the burden of its wielder's emotions, and Sasuke embodied that fully. Sasuke's Susanoo weaponry is as dynamic as his fighting style. Early on, it wields a simple saber. Later, it manifests an immense odachi, a blade capable of splitting mountains. In its complete form, it wields dual katanas and even a chakra bow, enabling Sasuke to dominate both close-range and long-range battles. Its most devastating power is Indra's arrow, a colossal projectile infused with lightning and Amaterasu flames. Unlike the mythical Kusanagi Blade of Peace, Indra's arrow symbolizes pure destruction, the pinnacle of Sasuke's offensive might. Unlike Madara's towering, rigid titan, Sasuke's Susanoo flows with his movements, granting him fluid mobility while still providing absolute defense. This allows him to combine it seamlessly with his Rinnegan abilities, lightning release, and Amaterasu, making his style unpredictable and overwhelming. Ultimately, Sasuke's Susanoo represents his evolution. Born of vengeance but refined into a shield for others, it bridges Uchiha tradition with new destiny. More than chakra armor, it is the living symbol of his path from hatred to redemption. Itachi's Susanoo. Itachi Uchiha's Susanoo is unlike any other in the series, reflecting his role as both protector and martyr. Where most Uchiha manifest dark, rage-fueled avatars, Itachi's radiates a golden hue, a symbol of purity, sacrifice, and the burden he carried for his clan. Its design, with Tengu-inspired features and a regal beard, gives it an aura of wisdom rather than menace, mirroring his calm yet tragic path. What sets Itachi's Susanoo apart are its divine weapons. The first is the Sword of Totsuka, a blade that doesn't cut but seals whatever it pierces into an eternal genjutsu. With this weapon, Itachi ended Orochimaru instantly, proving that no power could escape its sealing. The second is the Yata Mirror, a shield capable of altering its chakra nature to block any attack, essentially rendering ninjutsu useless. Together, they create a perfect balance of offense and defense, unmatched by any other Susanoo. Rooted in Japanese mythology, these artifacts connect Itachi to the storm god Susanoo no Mikoto, who wielded the Totsuka blade against Yamata no Orochi and carried the Yata Mirror as a symbol of divine protection. Itachi's Susanoo is not the largest or most destructive, but it is the most symbolic, the guardian Susanoo. It embodies wisdom, sacrifice, and resolution, standing as a testament to Itachi's legacy. Madara's Susanoo. Madara Uchiha, the very name echoes like thunder across the shinobi world. Feared, respected, and remembered as a storm incarnate, his Susanoo remains one of the most terrifying manifestations ever unleashed. Unlike others who struggled to control theirs, Madara wielded his Susanoo with flawless dominance, turning it into a god of war towering over the battlefield. His Susanoo is an immense, deep blue titan, dwarfing nearly every other version in size and presence. Its four muscular arms, each capable of wielding massive weapons, make it unique among all Susanoo. The design evokes Ryomen Sukuna from the Nihon Shoki, a two-faced, four-armed warrior said to embody unmatched power. Combined with elements of Susanoo no Mikoto, the storm god, Madara's Susanoo radiates the fury of a deity born to destroy. In combat, it becomes a walking apocalypse. Wielding up to 4 colossal chakra swords, it can cleave through mountains with a single swing. To extend its devastation, Madara unleashes Yasaka Magatama, giant, spiraling shuriken infused with explosive chakra. This technique, rooted in Japan's sacred regalia, symbolizes divine authority and overwhelming destruction. With a single volley, Madara could erase armies, leaving nothing but silence in his wake. But Madara's Susanoo is more than just brute force, it embodies his philosophy. Where others use Susanoo as a shield or last resort, Madara's was a declaration of supremacy. Larger, more aggressive, and endlessly destructive, it crushed resistance while symbolizing his belief that strength alone defines order. Yet, like the storm god Susanoo, who could both protect and devastate, Madara's Susanoo carried a duality. It was a shield for his ambitions and a sword for his wrath. In the end, Madara's Susanoo wasn't simply a jutsu. It was a living monument to his will to dominate, a colossal reminder that the world would either bend to him or break beneath him. Kakashi's Susanoo. Kakashi Hatake, the 6th Hokage and legendary copy ninja, stands apart as the only non-Uchiha ever to manifest Susanoo. What makes his feat extraordinary is that he skipped every stage from skeletal ribs to incomplete forms and immediately manifested a complete, full-body Susanoo. Its bright, radiant blue aura set it apart from the darker, vengeful forms of the Uchiha, resembling not a wrathful titan, but a celestial guardian descending to protect humanity. The true terror of Kakashi's Susanoo lies in its weapon, the Kamui Shuriken. These enormous spiraling blades warp anything they touch into the Kamui dimension, erasing targets completely. It's not just destructive power, it's tactical annihilation. A perfect reflection of Kakashi's intelligence and adaptability. Yet, beyond sheer might, Kakashi's Susanoo symbolizes something greater. Unlike other wielders fueled by hatred or revenge, his was born from trust and sacrifice, a gift from Obito Uchiha in his final moments. More than a weapon of destruction, it embodied friendship, duty, and the will to protect. Shisui's Susanoo. Shisui Uchiha, celebrated as one of the clan's greatest prodigies, was known for his unmatched speed, sharp tactics, and the fearsome genjutsu Kotoa Matsukami. Unlike many Uchiha who sought dominance through raw power, Shisui relied on stealth, precision, and subtlety. His Susanoo, while never appearing in the manga or anime, exists in video games and stands out as one of the most unique visual designs. Cloaked in a vivid green aura, Shisui's Susanoo radiates agility and refinement rather than overwhelming menace. Its form is slimmer and more graceful, with blade-like protrusions along its arms and shoulders that resemble the wings of a guardian. This design reflects Shisui's combat style: swift, efficient, and always precise. Its signature weapon is a flaming, drill-shaped sword designed for speed and accuracy rather than brute strength. It can pierce through defenses with devastating focus. Additionally, it can unleash barrages of chakra-infused needles, giving it an effective long-range edge. While weaker in raw destructive capacity compared to Madara or Sasuke, Shisui's Susanoo embodies elegance, precision, and protective intent, perfectly capturing the essence of the man himself.